The following content might not be suitable for younger audience. Multiple insults, profanities, references to intelligence, wealth of opinion, and plain stupidity might take place. Proceed with caution. You have been warned.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
So, genre tipping. We kind of veered off into Dead Space discussion.
Okay, so to finish off, some people just don't like it's basically consistency in a plotline though. If it's like, you know, say a random ODST that's supposed to be fighting his way through a city, we've seen that.
More than like 10 times.
Yeah, it's happens so much. But some people want to add little perks and quirks to the character, so they would like have him have a strange fetish for Twinkies or something.
Hey, someone was Zombieland.
Yeah. And
see, but that kind of comedy in this, because Zombieland was pure comedy. It wasn't horror.
I don't know. I got scared shitless when that clown
What?
appeared at the bottom of the bathroom stall.
Really? Oh well, you clown-hating son of a bitch. I don't know. I kind of thought it was funny. Oh yeah, whatever. Let's go.
All right then. Well, I'm sure you get the gist of it.
Yeah, our stand on it.
Okay.
I think I don't think I talked about it yet. I think we listened to. Well, I kind of talked about it. I kind of bagged off of you. I guess genre tipping, if it's done correctly,
Yeah.
in the same film, it can be done. Action and comedy goes well together.
Well, remember, my definition of genre tipping is the jarring change.
Yeah, like
Otherwise,
sudden
it's
change.
just genre
You know,
shifting.
let's kind of veer off into episode 10. Would you consider there's a lot of? I don't think there's any of that. I think it's consistent with jokes and set pieces in it.
As for Elites of War episode 10, it's more of a genre shift than a genre tip. So,
Yeah, you know, yeah, but it's still. I don't want to say too much of a shift. in
well,
the
I mean,
genre.
it has the action you know and love, and it kind of adds a more
It's not action oriented, so it's kind of the same combination of genre, but I think it's more of a step into this, not more story based driven, but more I don't even know how to say it. So weird. I guess I'll let people judge. But yeah, like 5 minutes of the movie, it's horror. All of a sudden, it's guns blazing for the rest of the film. That's bad.
There we go.
If you're
That's
gonna-
a good example.
It's just bad. Also, suspense, and then all of a sudden, all the suspense is kind of discarded, and now it's pure action. That's bad. It's not supposed to be like that. If it's gonna be a suspenseful film, it has to be suspenseful. If it's gonna be an action-driven film, it has to be action-driven with elements of comedy, so forth and so on. I guess, yeah. I guess we covered that very nicely.
Yeah,
With minimal infraction. All right, next topic. What do we have? What do we have next?
Okay.
Just look at your list, see what we got.
Okay then, special effects in machinima.
Let's skip this over.
Okay then. Length of films, frequency of release,
What else we got?
female directors.
I guess since it's a really small topic, actually, let's kind of start with that. I'll start. Do you know any?
Nope.
Do I know any? Nope. But we do know a bunch of body actors and voice actresses. So I guess we kind of. I mean, I would say that I would love to see a film by a female director. I would love to see a film by a girl that is not a freaking montage or a music video. That's not machinima. No matter how much you try to justify it, it's not machinima. It's not. It's not. You take a story and you just put clips on it. But I would love to see an actual film made by a girl director. I mean, we have experience at writing female characters.
Well,
but-
one of us does. I mean, I tried my best with Tanya from my earlier project.
Well, you also wrote that Jelly Donut Girl in your upcoming movies. That kind of counts. Yeah, I mean, we have experience writing for female characters. I think I did a good job with a character for episode 11, but I've never seen a girl try her take at machinima, which is disappointing. I guess it's the length that's like the length of what we can talk about in some of female machinima directors. There is none. And if you are, please give us an email. Hell, I'll promote the shit out of you, because any girl that can make 16 guys do what she wants deserves more than
Well,
whatever
technically
she gets
it'd be
now.
15, but yeah.
Well, you get my point. 16, maybe she's a good... Whatever. What's the next topic? Since we kind of... Yeah. Sorry, that topic was really short.
Okay then. Bad scripting in general.
Let's keep that on the tip of our tongue.
Character development.
Let's keep that one on the tip of our tongue, too.
Then special effects, length, and frequency.
What about my topics?
I'm naming yours.
That's what it? Damn, I'm stupid. Oh, the guest. We can do the guest topic. Upcoming guests, maybe?
Okay then.
You can start it off, since you're the one who's gonna invite them anyway.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I've already had like 1 or 2 people asking to be in here. Now, it's okay to ask. I'd love it if you contacted me, because you can probably see my gamer tag whenever Ghosty here takes a look at me.
Yeah,
But,
or you can leave a comment in the section below and we'll get back to you.
yeah, there's always that. But if you're just going to, like, say, oh, hey, can I be in? You kind of have to, I don't know, use your
Fit
grammar
us.
skills or something.
And you have to fit us. Remember, this is a show. This is not just Minecraft building. We actually, once again, people actually complain why we don't use Halo. We don't use Halo because when I play first-person shooters, my attention is on first-person shooter, not on the topic. When I play Minecraft, and I'll tell you right now, it's a perfect medium for these kind of shows. It's talking and just looking, and I don't need to worry about anything in this game at all. Maybe running away and thinking about what I'm gonna build, but I don't have to constantly pay attention to my radar and my gun and my ammunition and where the enemy's gonna be and where I'm gonna throw a grenade. No, that's why we don't use Halo. And we're not gonna be using Halo, at least not for the next few shows. Oh, and just so you know, this is a show. It's not a play through or play together, even though you kind of see us play through and play together. Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to be in the show, actually, I'd like to say a few things. You have to have Audacity and you have to have Skype. Both things are freely available, free, without any problems. Just get those 2 things and you can be in the show if we like you. And you have to be able to talk about stuff. You can't just come in and just say, yeah, let me cook your sock. You actually have to kind of fit in with the genre. I'm the bad guy, Brandy is a good guy, so you have to fit in somewhere in between. How about you? Anything you want to add?
Well, for one, if you're going to ask to be in, at least know how to spell. And, I mean, know how to use commas, periods, question marks, whatever.
At least when you send a comment or an email. Here, you don't have to use grammar at all.
Yeah, because, I mean, it's a lot easier to use grammar when you're talking, but when it's typing, that's when your true intelligence shows.
Well, you know, I type not that well, but...
Well, yeah,
again,
but your stuff makes sense.
Yeah, right. Can I has a booby? Alright, so yeah, hey, you want to be in the show? Make sure you can cover some topics. And be able to take jokes in and anally rape with a voice. Profanities are allowed and forced to be used, except Brandy. He's a nice guy.
Most of the time.
There you go. You see, I'm working on making him very, very bad.
Not like that'll do too much. Can't overwire someone's mental blocking.
True. Alright, so what's the next topic?
Okay, special effects, bad scripting.
This can take for a while. I mean, I can rant and bag on it for a long time. How about character development? A lot of films like that. We can talk about that.
Okay then.
Since Brandon, you're actually in the process of making films and working on actually developing characters, I think you can start it off from a perspective of a trainee in the world of writing. How about that?
All right then. Well,
we can discuss your earlier works that we kind of went over and kind of changed around to make more sense and to be more logical in a sense of speaking. How about that? You can start with that as well.
okay then. Can't really add any big names to any of the things I've been, working at for a while now. But I find character development to be slightly difficult, if only because it's, my own personality. Sometimes directors like me just try to add themselves into every character, and it doesn't work out that way.
Nope, not at all. One of my gripes is when, once again, I'm not bagging on anybody, but when you put your own gamer tag as your name, which brings me to Rise of the... damn it. Fuck, sorry, Arby. When you bring in your name like Forgotten Spartans, I absolutely look at it and I'm like, WTF, mate. You couldn't come up with a freaking name? Something original? You had to use your own tag?
Technically, that would be an original name, though.
No, it's not. It's like anger management. Charlie Sheen has the right. He has the right to do it. Because he deserved it. And it's funny, but not when my name is something. Who in the world names themselves? I mean, as a nickname, sure, but not when it's your name for a character. Once again, we already discussed Forgotten Spartans, but I don't see Stormray as being as a real name. And they use that as a real name of a character. Stormray? Maybe a nickname. If it was a nickname, I would have no problem. Stormray, aka Joseph Stalin.
I don't know, remember, names change over the centuries. I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point it would be socially acceptable to have a name like Stormray.
We're talking about today. We're talking about today world.
Yes,
Since
but those machinimas are in the future.
500 years in the future. I mean, you don't see. Okay, fine, wrong. Lashana, Latiqua, La Corona.
Okay, so you name
Ginger.
basically all the black chick names you can.
Because they're not names. They're like I don't know, Queen Latifah. I mean, even that. I love Queen Latifah though. She has an amazing body, to be honest. But I mean, seriously, Brandon. That's a name. That's a name that runs in history, and can be related to.
Yes, it's also very generic.
So it's still a name. Mike is a generic name, and it's based on one of the saints.
Now you see, Smith is a very generic name.
Oh, it's like that John Doe type thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not original. So where were we again? We kind of veered off a bit. Oh, character development. And then there's this character development. Now, a lot of films, including mine, there are characters who have a set personalities. And I mean, let's just take it for example, boss, leader. Who else should I say? Sai, a sniper, whatever. All like their names sort of coincide with what their jobs are. But then again, if you look at the machinimas that overall, especially I don't know, mine, whatever, it's not like they're limited to whatever they are. They change over time, like real people would. And I would say that if you're gonna put somebody into a cliche role, don't complain when somebody calls you out on it.
Such as using the total badassery of Master Chief in every character you have.
Oh, it's like it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's not logic not included.
You're gonna tell me that someone who's peeing his pants is willing to blow himself up along with the rest of the city with a nuke he just happened to be holding?
I don't think so. It's like such a rapid change. It's like 1 minute he has shit in his pants, next minute he's leading the charge. Yeah. Whatever.
And even then, sure, sometimes it's like that whole call to honor thing where it's like, oh hey, the commander just got taken out. Well, it's time to take charge. And,
Yeah.
everybody just kind of runs forward. But
Have you noticed how, like, they are not flawed in any way in terms of their own character? They just stick with it, and, like, no matter what the action is, no matter what the situation is, they stick with the character of the character. like as if they're not human or alien. They do not have any other components to them.
As
It's
in, like,
if
they
you're
don't get freaked out when they see an enormous 9-foot tall alien loping towards them?
yeah, it's like, oh, I will take him on. I have no fear. There's supposed to be some sort of reaction. No matter how badass you are, you're still, aka a being. You have emotions. You should be scared. You should be at least concerned or frightened.
Do you think
In
that
some way
applies
or
to the
form.
characters who are purposely robotic?
Well, the character in episode 10, you wouldn't say that. You see her change. You see her scared. You see her concerned. Same thing with the other one, the detective.
Ah, yes.
You see, he's multiple emotions in him. He's not stuck with one static character sort of thing. Same thing with his partner. Think about it.
True.
So, hey, you died.
No, I just fell in the water.
I guess what we're trying to say, more or less, is that when you develop a character, you can't put them in a niche. You can say that he's a badass, but that doesn't mean he's a badass like 24/7. Think about it. I'll give you an example. For example, you have a badass character who's like, for example, a heavy weapons guy. Let's just say that.
It looks like I'm gonna drown.
No, don't drown. It's okay. I mean, sure, he's tough, but do you really want him to be this badass all the time and then throw themselves into this pit of pain just because he's a badass? Why can't he be scared, or why can't he be concerned, or something like that? They're so static. A lot of machinima characters are static. They don't develop beyond anything. It's like all those war machinimas that we see a lot, especially coming from some big names. I'm not gonna name who. It's like the characters are all the same within every single of their films. They don't change at all. It's the same character, badass.
I'd like
It's
to
like-
say that maybe the steroids injected into their necks makes it so they can't really do facial expressions like fear.
Now you're justifying it. Which kind of works if you really want it to work. Alright, I guess we covered that topic. I think we kind of went pretty well deep into it too. Sort of contradictions here and there. But alright, what's next?
Alright then, length of films.
Let's keep them on the tip of our tongue.
Okay. Well, I mean, we could still go on with bad scripting in general when it comes to character development.
I think we're gonna develop it in the beginning with the fresh of the boat directors. It's kind of follows the same.
Frequency, length, and special effects are all we have left.
I guess we can do with frequency of release, since it's kind of pertains to what we do.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you should start it off as a new guy. Your opinion on it, because most of the
Okay,
people are gonna
then.
have sort of the same opinion.
I've actually heard a lot of people complain about how people expect you to constantly pump out video after video, even though realistically people have lives. I'm sure we've gone over that.
No, yeah.
You can't really expect someone to... I mean, if you really tried, it's perfectly possible to just churn out video after video, but are they going to be any good? And, I guess it goes along with the other people being lazy about it. Sometimes they just don't feel like doing, all
Right?
that work all the time. Unfortunately, I fall more into the lazy category, so...
Gotta beat it out of you, bro. Well, we are doing the podcast, so it kind of counts.
Mm-hmm.
A show. Yeah, I kind of agree with that all the way. Right now, I could be working on episode 10. Actually, as a matter of fact, I finished with all the stuff I have. I'm just waiting for the voice actors right now.
Yeah, I wonder who those could be.
And a lot of it relies on the voice actors, and sometimes, I mean, I could do something for episode 10 right now. Have a few special effects I didn't do, a few scenes with televisions I didn't do, some camera work, some special effects that I didn't do. I could do it right now, but I don't feel like it, so I'm not doing it, because if I don't feel like doing it and I'm doing it, it's not gonna come out the way I want it to come out. And yeah, Once I could do read the religious, I just don't feel like doing it right now. And sometimes I just want to sit down and play a game or sit down and just watch TV. I'm not. It's like I can't personally work on it every single moment I have. I'm passionate about it and I love doing it. But sometimes I want to grab a soda, sit down, and just watch things. That's it.
Such as Warehouse 13.
I love Warehouse 13. New episode is gonna come out on Monday, and tomorrow on Sunday is gonna be a new episode of Falling Skies. It's sort of a big thing gonna happen, so I'm pumped for that. Like Mondays and Sundays are my happy hour days. I don't do anything on those days at all. Well, not a lot. I'm gonna do some more filming for episode 10 today.
Oh, really?
Even though I don't have the lines for it, but it's really simple and easy.
Well, I'm sure those lines will get done pretty soon.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only like what, a couple hundred more to go.
Yeah. And the thing is that there's directors that can do it because their filming style does not require a lot of voice acting. I mean, Arbiter is one of them. He doesn't have head bobbing. He just have like overall shots with like emphasis on head movement when something is being said that is important. I rely on head bobbing because I love close-ups. I can't stand this huge Wally shots that surround the characters. When I do them, I'm like, I'm angry. But I can't stand doing them at all. I like up close. I like people feeling as if they're talking to the character and seeing the character talk and sort of imagine their own emotions in it, sort of speaking. Kinda.
Yeah.
That's probably one of my gripes, but... Oh wait, there's a guy riding a spider. A skeleton riding a spider. Should I kill him? I don't have a weapon.
Well, just ignore it.
Oh, it's burning now. It's okay. I guess that's it, right? We don't have to cover anything else with that.
Alright, length of films?
I mean, you can talk about that, I guess.
Well...
Na 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 na. Go ahead. Na na na. Dun 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 dun. I like chicken. I like liver. Meow mix, please deliver. I like chicken. I like liver. Meow meow, please deliver.
Okay.
No, still not there. WTF?
Just a little technical difficulty.
Oh my, just a little, huh? You know, little things come in big packages.
Yes, little people who can be big annoyances.
Oh my. Alright, continue. What was the topic again? Oh, length.
Length of films. Yeah, okay. I guess this kind of goes along with frequency of episodes too. Sometimes when you want to make something really big, even 5 to 6 minute long videos can actually take a couple days to make. Which sucks, which means everyone tends to like, I don't know, let's make an enormous story that takes about 5 hours to fully tell. It's lovely.
Especially when you don't have any experience and your story becomes crap. So now for 5 hours you sit there like, WTF, 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 WTF.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, some people try to stretch out their stories just so they can, like, I don't know, riff on what to do next.
Hey, look at me. I have a long film. It must be good.
Hey. Sometimes people just have to have a mentality like that. Now,
bad.
whenever there's something, you know, actually decent, like, I don't know, Cataclysm, Rise of Spartans, even quite a few of the Elites of War episodes, when they're getting progressively longer and longer, I think it's
I can
more
hear
like,
you, you're breaking up.
Yeah, well, my voice is recording just fine, so I'm happy.
Oh, fine, be that way. Continue.
But, other people are thinking, oh, hey, let's make enormous films because Arbiter and Ghost Amul can do it. What? No, you cannot do it. Don't try to. Because people will complain when you are only able to like produce content once a month or even less.
I'm gonna die. I have 3 skeletons firing at me.
Get in the house. Get in the house.
They killed each other. Can they do that?
Yes.
Cool.
I mean, they could shoot a bow and have another one of them just kind of smash into the bow. Or arrow.
Yeah, I don't plan the length of my films. I just write a script, and then it comes out to be long.
Yeah.
Actually, season 1 of Elites of War, I didn't have a script. I didn't have a script.
Though I think you were doing machinima a little bit differently at around episode of 1, weren't you?
Yeah, but I was doing it actually. First was done body acting. No, first I did body acting, and I had the lines in my head, and then I had the entire film done, only in body acting, and I have everything edited in, and only then did I edit in the lines. So you can say same way. I'll take the stuff. Don't worry about it. I guess you can say same way Arbiter does it. First he has the film done, then he adds in the lines for the finish. I used to do that, but I switched to actually having the lines come in first, then doing the film now. Because that way I can control the stretch of the film more than before. And I would say that episode 8 and 9, I honestly did not want it to make it long. It just happens that it came out to be extremely long because of what events happened to be. Episode 8 was like 22 minutes long. That was big for its time. And I'm pretty sure I was one of the first people to release like long machinima, length machinimas. I actually can say I kind of did, because I kind of did. I have proof. And not like I brag about it, but just in case. And
Yeah.
I'd say that if a script is long, you're gonna have a long film. I have episode 10 is 50 pages of lines, like lines. It's not like that traditional scripts with directions and stuff. It's just pure lines from one side of a page to another, and it's 50 pages long. That's why it's so long. And I'm pretty sure Brandon can vouch for that. Like every other minute, every 30 seconds, there's some sort of dialogue describing something in the film. It's like almost never stale stuff. It's always something new.
Which basically shows that there's really not going to be some extreme explosive falcons, you know, just like slamming into walls, and banshees exploding buildings and everything else in like a city setting.
My motto, story over action. If I can have full story without even one single gun fired, I would have it. And actually episode 10 was that. I changed it for one simple reason, and you know which scene I'm talking about, and it was to give you a clue almost as to, it's sort of more a clue thing, whatever, but everybody will see it. I guess we have one more topic to talk about at this point, right?
Yeah. Special effects.
Really fast. You can make a film without any special effects. I'm just gonna say the special effects are simply for eye candy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, sometimes they're necessary, like color correction.
That's not a special effect. That's
Really?
editing. No, it's not special effect. I don't know who told you it was special effect.
I don't know. I would count it as an effect because it's in
not
the
an effect.
FX
It's-
menu.
It's not special effects. It's not SFX. It's not special effect that is done outside of the film for
so
the
you're
effect.
talking
Holograms.
like,
Holograms is a special effect. Putting in something that wasn't there before is a special effect. Changing the color correction is not a special effect unless it's done, for example, like an orange sword. That's a special effect, but that's actually bordering simple masking. And masking is just a tool. It's not a special effect. I wouldn't consider it a special effect at all. But yeah, I don't mind special effects if they're done logically. But when they're just done just for the sake of being done,
Like, well, not
Garbage.
to name anything, but like, I don't know, random lens flare / fog machine / lightning.
and you know what's worse? It's when they're done crappy.
As in, like, I don't know, I'm going to give you a thumbs up and my nail will have a lens flare reflecting off of it from the light behind me.
Thumbs up. Or even better, the what you call when the light, light, when you have glowing light and then there's like a fade effect like going through the sides of it. That's horrible. But anyway, guys, I think we gotta cut this short. I have a wonderful dinner coming up and I have to kind of go, so I guess we're gonna cut this show early today. Not really long, but we might come back with a second part for this. Yes, Brandy, maybe later on today.
Yeah, I mean, we're basically at an hour into this anyway, so it's not like
you're
you're
right.
missing anything.
Yeah, I guess this was a very polite episode too. Not a lot of profanities in it either.
Especially not what we were planning.
Yeah, I guess we had a lot more fucks and flicks coming out of my mouth. I guess I kind of held myself today. Maybe people like that. I don't know. We kind of made fun of brownies. I guess that's gonna fuel some flame. Wee, wee, wee. But yeah, guys. Thank you for joining us for this 4th installment of M&B Show.
Yeah, this is number 4.
So remember, final words before we close the gates for this episode. Should we call it episode? I don't know. Episode.
I'm perfectly fine with calling it an episode.
So let's ending with this cast. If you want to be on the show and you're somebody of decent fame, sure, give us a call. I mean, give us a comment. You can always message me or Brandon on Xbox Live. Our gamer tags are NostalgicMass20 or Ghost Amal, all capitals. Or you can leave your comment below with your gamer tag and why you want to join M&B Show as a guest. We don't expect a lot of views from this, right? We're just doing this because we can.
Obviously not. Now, I'm pretty sure if I look up right now, you could see my name above my head. Yeah, that thing's there, so you could actually, I don't know who I am.
Well, I always look at you. They always see you.
Good.
So yeah, I guess any more final words from you? Maybe something about the views. Yeah, we're not gonna get a lot of views for this. We know that, but we do it for fun, right?
Indeed.
That's it.
Yeah,
Nothing else
that's
to
it.
add?
All right, guys, we will see you later.
Peace out, dogs.
Adios.
NutSack. Ah.